Unlocking your voice and your ability to be free in the moment to speak your version of truth is extremely important on your development. That it is an energetic thing, a throat chakra thing, a caring what people think and stepping outside of your people pleaser nice guy stuff. In the public sphere, you would have seen the uprising of the masculine voice over this last 5 or 10 years. Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Andrew Tate, yay. There's this pushback against the suppression of the masculine voice, which is also in our personal lives, that we grew up to be nice guys, we do the right thing and you're a good boy, and because we're people like you and I, we're quite aware, we're trying to fit in boxes that we shouldn't be trying to fit in with. I was having a chat with a guy today about how COVID was a very empowering time for him, that he found his voice, that he was able to stay in his center and speak up for that truth. But now he's sort of not feeling as powerful as he once did there. That although that's not on the TV, there is still a purpose and a reason for you. And unlocking your voice and trusting yourself in the moment and being able to express what is real for you unlocks not just, your ability to speak. It's life, it's purpose, it's women. It's real friendship that is based on your authenticity and your ability to speak from you, and we're all going to have different flavors, whether it's super penetrative. I have intense eyes, so it's often like I'm penetrative when I speak. You might be articulate, but you mightn't know yet. I didn't know. I was self-conscious, shy, people pleaser until 27, 28. That around my best friends, I could free myself. Even when I had my first girlfriend, 19 to 21, she said to a friend of mine, she's like, you understand there's two Justins. Like the Justin who's with me, I love Justin. There's a different Justin when he's around everyone. I would shrink back on myself. I would lose my freedom. And there was all these confident people and I'm trying to fit. When you let go of that, when you can let yourself be free in the moment to express, your world will change. I spoke to a 19-year-old guy like a year ago, and I could see he had it, and I could see me in him. And just through me acknowledging that and having him understand it's very normal. I'm like, you're free in front of some of your best friends, and then someone comes, he's like, yeah, this is normal. Just keep going towards that edge. You can break it. Because for me, knowing I had that, when I started moving around the world, I would sit in social situations and read the circle and be like, all right, I'm not magnetic right now. There's nothing coming through me. But why is everything going through him? What is it about him that is in the power, is in the dominance? And there's guys who, at this time, I can picture a guy who I was looking at, he was a sales guy. So he understood the techniques and wanted to dominate and wanted to be the loud guy and the self-confident guy. But that was magnetic in a way because he was the free one. And for a woman to talk to me, they can already feel my anxiety because they are mirrors, they are energetic. If I'm feeling rigid, they automatically feel rigid. Where him, he was open, and even though he was probably playing power dynamics, there was something about it that I was interested in. Then as I kept going, I'd meet different people, and then I finally found dudes who weren't playing power dynamics, they were power. What is it about him? He's self-content. He speaks with no mind filter. He's not trying to impress anyone. He's calm, he's funny, but he's from the void. He's from that space that is outside of mind, and he allows himself to be that, even though people might think he's weird, even though he's not going to fit in all circles. But he's found his circles, and the level of power and presence within that guy, I was like, that is it. And the more I was in these circles, I went to parties and got fully self-conscious and had to go home. But I also said, next time, what is this? What is this I can break? And I had a moment at 27, 28 when I lost it. Boom, gone, finished. It doesn't mean that every situation in every point of the day, I'm not gone into my mind. It can happen, and these are beautiful moments to show you oh, there's something there. Maybe you actually like that girl and you went back on yourself for a little bit and doubted yourself. And this moment happened from me putting attention on it and going towards it. I kept going to the parties. These people were cool and free. Not perfect people, no one is. But I wanted to understand people. I wanted to understand psychology. I wanted to learn and grow, and I could feel this was my place. And a guy was speaking to me at a party, and he forgot what he was saying and laughed. And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, this guy's not trying to please. This guy's not trying to impress. And it made me relax. And it was my time to speak. And I said, words that I'd never heard come beyond the mind filter. And he laughed and it resonated. And in that moment I said, oh my God, is this all I've needed to do my whole life, is to be myself and express myself? Said some more stuff. He laughed, went over to the girl, said some weird stuff, opened her eyes. We fell in love and was like, wow, that's been stuck for so long. That there was like a log jam there. Because when I get with this girl, I remember being in bed with her and chatting for 8 hours. Because I had so much behind this block. That was me. That was my creativity. That was my authenticity. That was my quirkiness. All the things you're trying to hide from the world because it's slightly weird and you might be judged is your beautiful gifts. That speaking, I was a teacher and so I could communicate, but whenever I tried to be a teacher, whenever I tried to be Mr. Shears, if there was another adult in the room, I'd lock because I'm trying to be something that I'm not. When it was just me and the kids, I'm playful, no self-consciousness, but when I'm trying, there's this rigidity. And just to be able to let that go and trust yourself in the moment. I remember after that, I went and worked a job and my first role was to do a speech in front of 200 staff. And I flipped on myself because what I'm learning from that experience is to just trust yourself in the present moment. You don't need to know the words that are going to come out of your mouth. You just trust the void. You know how to talk. You've had millions of conversations. There's no need to listen in a way that you're trying to figure out what to say next to sound cool or whatever. These videos are done from me turning the camera on because I had a nice idea before to speak about this. Whatever comes out, comes out. Sometimes I might have to do it again because I didn't quite get the juice across. But it's trusting yourself in the moment to operate from that place. And in this speech to 200 people, I sat there before it. I'm like, my time's up in a minute. I'm ready to go. Rehearsing through the mind, through the mind, through the mind, through the mind. 1 minute to go, I lock up and go, I don't know one word I am about to say. I went and did that speech from that anxious place. And I can't remember it. I think I like had some sort of blackout-y, trauma-y, like real response to having to do that. I come to at the end and people were laughing and I was like, I don't know what happened. And then that was a beautiful moment for me to go, you can't do this through the mind. When I ran my first men's course, a couple of things through the mind that I tried to rehearse, locks in the brain. When you let go of the pressure of needing to know what you're going to say, what you're going to do, you start putting faith in actual knowledge, in actual wisdom, that you have access to that, that you allow yourself to relax in the moment and see what comes out. It's the same thing with women. If you're getting all the pickup lines and practicing the techniques and you're going up to them, I'm going to stand like this, I'm going to touch like this, I'm going to speak like this, it's going to work a little bit, but it's not. You're allowed to go through that stage of learning that so it becomes embodied in you. That now you naturally polarize, that now you naturally know how to speak, that you can play anti-game and say things that aren't right, but you're in the energy of you and it's a resonance. That there's no perfection to any of it, but freeing your voice will change your life. And understand, like so many of us go through that. So many. You're not like, I'm broken, I get scared. Yeah, we all do. Put yourself in those places. Take the baby steps. Don't spiral back down when you learn a lesson and lock up. See that as an opportunity next time because it can just free and it is an energy thing. It is an energy chakra throat place that men are blocked. And you could go do the yogas and try open your throat chakra, but often it can start down in the lower kingdom. That if you're not got your energy flowing, if you haven't had a remedy around your sexual energy, allowing that to build, not picking up extra shames all the time, and allowing yourself to sit comfortably in your own energy, this is where the magnetism comes in. This is where you got the aura and all the things the dudes want. It's a contentment in your own energy. A man doing his own thing is resonant. When I got that, that was through dancing. That if I went to a party and there was 20 people there and 5 people dancing, instead of me going to try talk to people, that was nervous, I go bop and get in my own energy. I was speaking to a guy about this other time and he's like, yeah, there's manipulation in that because you're manipulating blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And then you grow through that you're not doing that to get that. You can dance if you want, you can talk if you want. There's no, I need to do this so I can. It just becomes a natural, effortless you that you're operating from that. And life has its moments. You don't always hit the mark. You're not going to, there's still going to be, I had 2 moments last year that I remember with girls where I flipped. Like not flip, but just, oh, I didn't say that because I thought it was too edgy or whatever. And I realized you can't be blocking off this creative stuff through your logical mind to fit in with society or a person you're with or playing little games. That a person who can step into that, this becomes how I help. I remember when I had the breakthrough and I was now, wow, this is truly amazing. I can speak without caring and it's making me a better person because I'm not so rigid. And now I can see it everywhere. That if a person's talking to me and I can see they're a bit self-conscious, through my calmness and being outside of me, I was able to help people feel more comfortable, to relax them. Even if we look at sex, if you're focused on, oh, I need to get it up, I need to be good, if you're anxious in your head, your attention is on you or your dick, that's making her feel unsafe because you're not even with her. When you let go of that and your stuff and you can be with her and make her feel relaxed, that's the beauty. Because that's what they're seeking for. The more they relax, the more they can rest into it, the more they can surrender. That it all comes to that. And there's that interplay with everything is just like freeing yourself in the moment, being comfortable there, being content. And for those dudes who are trapped and you've gone through so many places in your mind, that's why these wounds become gifts. Even when the sexuality part and the lower kingdom and the wounding and stuff was there, because my emphasis was there, I knew as I transmute this, which is alchemy, transmuting the wounds into wisdom, the light comes in there. This is where the magic can happen. And there's a lot of mythology about people that had to go into these places to extract the wisdom to be able to share that on. The voice is a beautiful part of this, but all of it is, like the wounding. But you know, for you, if the voice is a place, we can unlock this. And it's, yeah, it can be reps. It can be just a letting go. People can be trying too hard in reps, where it's this letting go process that I just want you to know it can shift so quick. Like these little things that free up energy, open up everything else. Community coming soon. Energy's back. Very grateful. Yeah, online community with the dudes. Remember who we are. Have big conversations. Coming soon with a brother. One-on-one mentoring. One more spot for me. God bless.